Thank you, Jennifer. That was valuable information. Next to the stage is Kate Groat. Kate Groat is the Director of Corporate Philanthropy at Live Oak Bank, where she leads the organization's strategic giving and corporate social responsibility efforts. Kate manages strategic partnerships, impact investing, and grants that build stronger communities in southeastern North Carolina, where Live Oak is headquartered. Kate has been with the bank for 10 years and previously served as a loan officer for the funeral lending team. She is a former math and special education teacher at the middle and high school levels. She is a graduate of Washington and Lee University with a degree in economics and French, and also holds an MED from Vanderbilt University. Kate, welcome to the stage.
Thought there was going to be more clinking of forks and things like that. So feel free to eat some dessert while I'm up here. Take the pressure off a little bit. I know many of you in the room, so I know that the influence and the mind share here today are powerful. So I'd like to use them to reinvest in community. We'll do this by drawing a map. And typically we do that by starting with a destination. But I think today we'll start with some advice from Lewis Carroll, who said, begin at the beginning. Oh, step one, find your starting point. What problem are we trying to solve? If we are being asked to reinvest in community, we must know how to answer that question. What problem are we trying to solve? It seems like a really obvious question, and it's critical, but it is often overlooked. Years ago at the bank, pre-Zoom, we decided we would add a video conferencing element to our loan process. Who wouldn't want to have a little bit of a human touch with a high-tech company? Who wouldn't want to pair the innovation of a cutting-edge bank with a charming lender? Who wouldn't want to avoid an impersonal online portal in favor of seeing someone's face? So we set off to build this new portal, and we immediately realized all the problems that came with the supposed solution. How do you blur out the background? What if I didn't wash my hair that morning? What if I stepped away from my desk to get another cup of coffee right when somebody wanted to video chat me? What if we had actually arranged the video chat and it took us dozens of emails, but really we were both thinking, can't I just email you a list of the required closing documents? And then to add insult to injury, it turns out our borrowers said they didn't even want to see us. So maybe it's because my hair is frequently dirty, and maybe it's because I'm not necessarily always charming. But the point is that we were solving the wrong problem. Actually, we were a solution in search of a problem. If we had just asked our customers about the product, we could have saved countless hours and quite a bit of expense. You have to know what problem you are trying to solve. If you look around and see problems everywhere and you think that the root cause is poverty, you cannot set out to solve poverty. You will not succeed. Poverty is a complex problem that requires a complex solution. These large problems often require us to solve 1,000 smaller ones. So how do we define those? In this case, the case of poverty, we frequently talk about the lack of generational wealth. That is an addressable problem. It is a big one, but we can address it. And by deciding exactly the problem that I do want to solve, I now know all the problems I do not want to solve. I now have a North Star. I am freed from infinite distractions. And now, the qualifying question for every appeal, no matter how enticing or how ridiculous, is, does it increase generational wealth? So someone comes to me and they say, will you fund an after-school program that focuses on financial literacy and the importance of credit? Does it increase generational wealth? Yes. Kate, will you save the sea turtles? Does it increase generational wealth? Nope. But my friend is interested in saving sea turtles. You can talk to her. Will you contribute to the Amber Heard Defense Fund? Does it increase generational wealth? No. And a little late on that request, girl. What about, will you offer advice to first-time home buyers? Does it increase generational wealth? Yes. Happy to help. Now that I've decided what the problem is, I draw the route. What outcome are we seeking, and who decides? Outcomes determine our path, but outputs are the guardrails that keep us on the straight and narrow. But beware. My stats professor told us in college that there are 3 types of lies. Lies, damn lies, and statistics. Know exactly what metrics you are tracking and what they actually represent. Say you have a specific skill that you would like to share. Maybe it is how to braid a preschooler's hair. You offer webinars, seminars, workshops, customized trainings, networking events. You splash across your webpage that you have engaged 500 parents across the Cape Fear region over 25 educational settings. Sounds really impressive, doesn't it? But how many people didn't know how to braid? And how many more people know now? Oftentimes, outputs distract us and they slow us on our journey towards a desired outcome. That being said, they can be a useful tool when they are meaningful and they keep us focused and driving towards our desired outcome. Last year, the Cape Fear Literacy Council had 125 tutors and teachers offer 9,665 hours of instruction at a value of over $275,000 to 271 students. Damn! That's impressive, right? These metrics are impressive. They keep us busy. They make us feel good. But just from that data, we have no idea if or what the students were learning in the little blue house on 17th Street. However, thanks to the tremendous efforts of both the students and the tutors, certainly I wouldn't have used them as an example otherwise, but of course they improved literacy, in my opinion. 88% of ESL learners and 77% of adult learners progressed towards their specific academic goals. 100% of those receiving over 40 hours of instruction were able to increase independence and community engagement. 92% increased computer literacy skills, and 22 individuals earned US citizenship. Damn. Broadly speaking, why is this program so successful? They track meaningful outputs that keep them focused and driving towards their ultimate desired outcome. They also listen first, act second. Their students develop their own goals, and tutors help them make progress. This is exactly what we were missing at Live Oak Bank in the epic video conferencing fail. We never talked to our customers. It was a surefire way to fail. I highly recommend talking to those closest to the problem before deciding on which path to take. After all, who better to help you chart your course than those traveling the road with you? We are here to help this community solve problems, not to fill our calendars and not to pat ourselves on the back. In the case of lack of generational wealth, perhaps I discover that one way to do so is to have my outcome be home ownership. increasing home ownership. I might track first-time homeowners and inventory of affordable housing as two outputs that can keep me focused and driving towards the outcome of increased home ownership. I know it sounds oversimplified, and it sounds hard, and it is, but I never said it wouldn't be hard. I said that if we are going to reinvest in community, we have to know what problem we're trying to solve and the desired outcome. And once we have those two things, we drive, because the outcome is always over the horizon, always. We can always increase literacy. We can always increase home ownership. We can always increase, insert your outcome here. Outcomes hold us accountable as we work, and they help us to move faster towards that desired outcome. But what do we do as we drive? We continue to add fuel, because there are real people who are affected by the speed and efficiency with which we travel. So what can you and your businesses do to accelerate progress? At Live Oak, we started by focusing. We focused on organizations that had the same desired outcomes that we did. We decreased our unique grant recipients from 91 to 36 over the past 5 years, and increased average grant size from just under $7,000 to just over $42,000. Next, align. In the same time period, we helped launch Cape Fear Collective. They serve as a data engine to drive decision-making across multi-sector problems, so we can align with others to improve efficiency and efficacy. And finally, of course, partner. We partner with organizations in the public and private sectors because we move farther, faster, together. We're all businesswomen here, but we are not here just to make money. We are here to solve problems. We are here to make the Cape Fear region a better place. Simon Sinek said that businesses should play the infinite game, but the same thing is true of the community. And I am so thankful to be on this road, traveling right over the horizon with each of you. Thank you.